Hey loves, my name is Amber Mellon and welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Moon and Star Therapy channel where we are a whole vibe, okay? If you are new here, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. And for those of you who are not new here, thank you for tuning in. Hey ladies, hey guys, how are you all doing today? Thank you so much for tuning in to another video. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so today is another video that is a part of our grown woman conversation series, okay, where I just talk to you like what's been going on in my life as far as manifesting love and dating and just talking about things that I feel like us women resonate with, that we all can share. Okay, so if you are here for it, I hope you continue to watch. Let's get into it. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about our decision making after a breakup. Okay, me and my best friend were talking about that this past week. Okay, so that's something that I want to talk about. But before we get into that, ladies, let me just update you with what's going on in my personal life, child. So as far as dating life going, as far as like going on dates and meeting people, child, so far my love life or dating life is quiet. Okay, it is super quiet. It is crickets right now. I have not had someone to write me a letter and write, will you be my girlfriend? Yes or no. I have not had a guy to write on a piece of paper or DM me, will you go out on a date with me? Yes or no. I have not had that. I have not had a crush or secret admirer to send me a 4-page letter, child. I have not had that. Hinge is just in neutral right now. Hinge is just trying to set me up with anybody, child. I done went through everybody. They're trying to say, you're the perfect match with this person, and it's like, no, the devil is a lie. They're just trying to hook me up with everybody. So yeah, Hinge is going okay. If you ladies have any other recommendations for dating apps, okay, please let me know. Hinge kind of sticks to people in your area, in your location. So child, I done went through everybody within 100 miles of my location, because I told y'all I'm picky as AF, okay, and I went through everybody. There is nobody left. Okay, so yeah, Hinge is in neutral mode right now. Now I do have one little funny exciting update. Okay, y'all remember the guy I talked about that was 6'4", caramel skin, pretty beautiful brown eyes, nice beard, okay, 6'4", tall, okay, over 230, got the guns, okay. He did follow me back on Instagram, okay. but that is as much excitement as I have, child. But y'all remember that guy I told you I saw on Hinge that I was too afraid to heart the picture or message or talk to. I was too shy. I wouldn't say afraid, I was too shy. Okay, so I followed him on Instagram. Y'all remember that, right? Okay, well, he actually is following me back. I haven't heard nothing from him. He hasn't reached out to me. He hasn't DM'd me yet, but he is following me. So we'll see where that goes. If I have any other exciting news for you ladies. The dating life when you're single is so different from back in the day. And, being that everything's virtual and a lot of people are working from home, I'm always at home. I'm in a hermit. I have really not had the time or the opportunity to really get out. Okay, so I know that's definitely narrowing my chances down, but I'm not worried about it. I'm not concerned. I trust God. I trust the universe that they're gonna send me that special someone, or somebody maybe we'll be like, hey Amber, I like you. I like what you're about. I like your YouTube channel. I like your Instagram. I think you're dope. Will you go out on a date with me? Do you want to hang out? I have not had that yet, okay? I have not had that yet. We live in a different society where I feel like men are just used to, girls coming at them, and I'm old school. I'm just not one of those girls. So if there's any guy waiting for me to shoot my shot or, say something, I'm just not one of those girls, okay? I love to be pursued. I love when a guy pursues me. Y'all remember Brown Sugar, the movie Brown Sugar, when towards the end of the movie, when Sanaa Lathan was at the studio reviewing his new song, Mos Def's new song, and Taye Diggs and Mos Def was on the way, and they had this little moment, a little honest transparency moment, and Taye Diggs wrote on a piece of paper, "Will you be my girlfriend?" He was like, "I don't want to be friends no more." He was like, put the paper up, and she was like, "Yes." That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that old school love, that that romance, that courtship, that I don't know, I'm just looking for that. I love that scene. That's like one of my favorite romance scenes. And he was like, "Will you be my girlfriend? Yes or no?" with the box. Yes, I love that. I love Brown Sugar. That's a classic. That is a classic. Yeah, I haven't had that, ladies. I haven't had anyone to approach me. I don't know if I'm intimidating. I don't know what it is, but I'm being patient. I am enjoying, my time to myself and all that. So when I have any other exciting updates, I definitely will let you ladies know. I haven't had my UPS man or truck driver or y'all remember, I'm just saying, I'm being funny. Y'all remember in the previous video I told y'all that I love a man in uniform, child, especially a UPS or a FedEx uniform. I don't know what it is about them UPS uniforms and that FedEx uniform, child, or just a man in a uniform in general, child, but it gets me every time. It gets my goosebumps running. But no, I haven't had none of that yet. So yeah, everything's quiet for right now, and that's okay. Yeah, so that's the update on my love life and date life yet. So I'm still waiting for yeah, I'm still waiting for my boo, my future boo or future date or somebody just to kick it, hang out with. I'm still waiting for that. Will you be my girl? Yes or no? Or will you go out on a date with me? Yes or no? I have not had that yet. So let's get into the main topic, ladies. I want to talk about when you've ended a serious relationship, a serious relationship that, you've been in a while. A lot of times, me and my homegirl was talking about this, a lot of times we can question our decision making, okay? And for us ladies who have been in, a relationship that kind of was a little challenging, that kind of wore us out, this person broke our hearts. A lot of times, it can hinder us if we really don't take a step back and to process everything. It can really scare us into moving forward in other relationships. And I don't feel like that's just a woman thing. I feel like that's a guy thing too. I feel like a lot of times when we are in a relationship that didn't work and we decide to break up with that person, end it with that person, leave the situation, a lot of times it can challenge us to question our decision making, okay? We don't trust our decision making because it's like, okay, what about this relationship, at the time, when you first get in a relationship and you finally decide to make it serious and to make it monogamous, at that time you feel like you're making the best decision for yourself. You feel like based on, what this person is showing you, what this person is telling you, with what you're looking for at the time, you feel like it was the best choice, okay? And over a period of time, once, if the relationship doesn't work, it's something in us. It's this small, still, eerie feeling where, we don't trust ourselves. We don't trust there's a part of us that doesn't trust our decision making because it's like, well, I thought this person was the right person. I decided to do this for this person and stay in it that long. And it's like, how do I know I'm going to not make those same mistakes in another relationship, okay? And I think that is so important because I feel like a lot of ladies go through this, even me sometimes, when I sit back and think, on my past experiences and the things I've been through, a lot of times it's like, okay, Amber, what made you make that decision? What made you feel like, okay, this was the person for you? What made you feel like, this is the person that you need to take it serious with and, stay forever length of time you decided to stay with that person? And so that's one of the things I don't want, for you ladies who are single, for you ladies who are manifesting love, for you ladies who are content with being by yourself, but you are hopeful towards the future of finding that special someone. Definitely trust yourself enough to know that you've learned the lessons to recognize those red flags that you've had in previous relationships, that you're going to recognize that moving forward, okay? I was talking to my best friend about it, and I was like, I feel like that's something that all of us women question. It's like our decision making, like, what was wrong with me? Why the hell did I decide to be with this person? And it's like, every day we're growing, right? We're all growing. We're always changing. We're always learning, and we're always evolving. So when you think about the time when you met that person, how old? First of all, how old were you? Were you young? Were you in your early 20s? A lot of us women don't even know who we are in our early 20s, okay? So that's one big thing to take into account is age. With age comes experience, okay? With age comes more experiences and more lessons. And especially if you met someone in your 20s and the relationship lasted for a long time, you have to give yourself a break and understand, hey, you met this person when you were super young. You didn't even know who you were. You were still trying to find your identity in this big world. You were trying to find out, what are you going to do in this world that's going to make you happy? What kind of dreams, what kind of career, how do you fit in this world? And so that's one of the biggest things is to take into account is your age and at the time what you knew, okay? You made the best decision based off of what you knew at that time, okay? So ladies, if you are beating up on yourself, if you're coming down on yourself for, being in a relationship and you're like, man, what was wrong with my decision making? Like, what in me decided to make that decision to be with that person? You know what? I don't feel like I can trust myself to make the best decision, going forward. I'm not trusting, I don't want to end up in that same type of relationship. I don't want to make the same mistake. You have to know you're not going to make the same mistake. Now, if you have a tendency to get out of one relationship and hop to the next one and hop to the next one, and you don't take that time for healing to step back and process everything, then there is a chance that you might make that same mistake over again, okay? So that's why it's so important, when you do go through a trying relationship, and it didn't work out, it is important to take some time to yourself to process everything, to process what hurt you. What is it? What role did you play in the relationship? Okay, it's also important to understand what made you end it. What were you not getting? What were you not receiving? What was happening? What was this person doing that made you get to that point? I think that's the biggest thing, to understand what we don't want and what we do want in a relationship, is to understand what was the other person doing or not doing, giving or not giving, okay, that made us say, you know what, I've had enough, no more, I cannot do this anymore. That is very important to understand, because then that will help you in your next relationship where you can compare the two. You're like, you know what, this seems familiar. Somebody else was saying this or not saying that, or somebody else was giving this and not giving that in the past. Let me fall back on this person, or let me just, not even entertain this person because it's given familiar. I can't even get the word out. It's familiar, basically. The situation is familiar, okay? So I just really wanted to talk about that really quickly. For you ladies that have been in relationships where it didn't work out, or you've been with a guy that broke your heart, and now you're scared to get in a relationship again, and it definitely happens. It definitely is scary, the thought of going through the same thing twice. Getting taken advantage of, getting your heart broke, being with someone who doesn't value you. But that's why it's so important to know yourself, to love yourself, because when you love yourself, you learn to set boundaries with people and with situations. You know what your boundaries are, okay? Because when someone oversteps their boundaries with you, they're not respecting you. They're not respecting the love that you have put on yourself and the work that you've been doing. So it's important to know your boundaries, what they are. It's important to know what your love language is, what you're looking for. It's important to know what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate. All those things are important to know. And it really is important to know what you're looking in a person, that where it could add, not anyone that's going to fulfill you, okay? Because the only person that's going to fulfill you is you, okay? The only person that can keep your cup flowing with love, with confidence, with belief in yourself is you. But what we're looking for is someone who's going to add to that, okay? So never look for someone who's going to replace or fulfill you, but you're looking for someone who's going to add value to your life, who's going to add to your cups, okay? So the ladies on my channel, we're not necessarily looking for someone to fill our cup. We're looking for someone to pull up their cup beside ours, which is always overflowing. And when it's not overflowing, we know that's when we need to take a step back and practice self-care. But let me know if you ladies resonate with this, if you've been in a relationship that broke your heart, somebody that took advantage of you, and now you're scared to get in another relationship because you don't want the same thing to happen. You feel like you can't take it, or if the same thing happened twice. All of us go through that. All of us feel that way, but we have to understand that at the time, our maturity level, where we were in our life, we felt like we made the best decision at that time. And now we're going to take all the lessons that we've learned, the good and the bad. Not everything is bad from a relationship that you had to end. You probably learned a lot from that person. There's some good things that you probably learned, okay? But it just wasn't enough to keep the relationship going, okay? And now you can take those good things and those bad things and apply it as you're dating and as you're navigating and trying to find that special someone. I think the most important thing when you're dating and getting to know someone is honesty, okay? And be honest with yourself, okay? If you're just kind of thirsty, which the ladies on my channel, we're not thirsty, okay? No, we know our worth, okay? But it's important that we're honest. Like, say you have a bunch of admirers, say you have a bunch of people wanting your time and want to take you out. You have to be honest with yourself. Whatever this person is offering you, is that what you want, okay? And I think that's the biggest thing, because I think in the past, when someone was offering me something, I got too caught up with the person and not what they were offering, okay? I got too caught up with the person and not what they were offering. And as you're dating, as you're navigating relationships, as you're getting to know people, make sure you're not getting caught up with the person and their looks, but make sure you're really paying attention to what they are offering, okay? So I'm going to end it right here, ladies. I don't want this video to be too long. Let me know how you like this video and if this video was helpful towards you. And ladies, have y'all checked out the new Beyonce album, Renaissance? OMG, I am loving it. I think Beyonce tapped into collective consciousness and really was able to create this art that really defines and depicts a goddess, a true walking goddess here in these streets, a true empress, a true divine feminine, a Virgo. She like hit the nail on the head, okay? So if you ladies haven't checked out the new Beyonce album, make sure you check it out. It is a whole vibe, okay? Especially if you're in a funk, if if your energy is low, if you're not really feeling it today, turn that album, girl, and sing, oh my OMG, I love that song. One of my favorite songs on that album is Cozy. I love Cozy. I love the Virgo song. I love America Has a Problem. And I love Church Girl. OMG, I'm loving the album, y'all. If you consider yourself an empress, a divine feminine, a goddess, you have got to add that album to your playlist, okay? Let it just do what it's supposed to do, because it is a whole vibe, child. And I'm telling you, I'm telling you, it's gonna get you if you're in a bad mood, if you're in a funk, okay? If your love life is kind of quiet like mine and you might just be a little sad about it, turn that album on, okay? And it'll get you right back, okay, to where you need to be. Well, that's it for this video, ladies. I love you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. And I will see you in the next one.